video is called Become Lazy and More Productive at the Same Time. And you probably think right now, this must be clickbait. And yeah, it kind of is. But in the end, I can really show you how to become more lazy, have more time to do the things that you want to do, but also at the same time be more productive. Now you probably ask yourself, what is again here being meant by productive? Because if I have more time to become lazy and do nothing, then how should I become more productive? Well, in the end, I don't measure productivity in the sense that I say, oh, you got to work all day long, and all the time that you work, you must work super hard and so on. I say your output must be bigger at the end of the day. So, for example, a very easy kind of instant right now that I want to spot some light on. When you say, for example, I can, fix 2 bikes every single day. Well, what you are gonna have as an output is 2 bikes. But if you say, I can fix bikes more quickly, actually a third of the time, I'm going to have done around 3 bikes every single day if I can fix every bike in the time that I would have fixed, for example, just a half a bike with the old kind of method that I was using. So what we want to do is basically improve our methods, improve the way we are doing things. Now, this is what this video is all about, because I don't want to steal your time. I think time is a very important asset, as I already stated here in this course, but also we must protect time. And I repeat this again and again and again and again. You can lose money and you can get it back, but you can also lose time and never get it back. There is no way to get time back. That's why every second that you have is crucial, and that's why everything you do must make sense to you, to yourself, to everyone around you, or just simply to the mission that you have. For example, my actions are basically predicated on my parents and my own kind of goal. I want to make my parents proud, but also at the same time, I want to achieve what I have in mind. In order to do that, I try to work faster. So I try to speed things up always by 2 times, meaning that every task that I do, I'm gonna now do it twice as fast. Now, the problem with this is that many people don't really ever try this. They just simply think that they need some kind of holy grail, some kind of magic in order to become more productive. But what it really means is that you want to speed up things. So, for example, creating a book or something like that, writing a book, why don't you just simply try as hard as possible to type faster? Now, of course, you think this is going to be really stressful. But yes, how do you think you're going to become more productive? Everyone just has the same 24 hours. So you have the same 24 hours as everyone else on the planet. That's why if you can speed things up, that is the only kind of variable that you can really change in order to be better and faster than other people. Because we all have a certain speed. Almost no one is hustling a lot. So if your competitors are not hustling, which they probably are not, and you are hustling and you're working twice as fast as them, you are going to be twice as successful as them, most likely. So that will, in the end, save you a lot of time in the long term, and you will train yourself to become a fast worker. And to be honest, I learned that in China, because in China we had to write down hundreds, sometimes thousands of new Chinese characters every single week. Now, the problem with learning, let's say 200, 300 characters every single week was that I simply couldn't remember all of them. So I had to put in a lot of practice in order to be even able to grasp most of them. So I wrote down the Chinese characters, and my teacher came to me and he told me, well, why do you write so slowly? And I was like, this is just the normal way I write. I mean, the Chinese characters are difficult to write. And he said, write them faster. Write them twice as fast. And I was like, I cannot do this. And it took me a couple of tries, and then just after a minute or two, I was actually able to write them that quickly. And I thought, now I can do twice as many exercises. I can do twice as many of these kind of repetitions of these Chinese vocabulary list. And also, I'm going to be able to learn the things twice as quickly. Now, if your brain cannot keep up with doing things very quickly, then because it is probably not trained. I think most people are able to really speed up what they're doing, and in the end, if you speed things up, you're gonna have more time to do other things. That's why I called this video now Become Lazy and More Productive at the Same Time. So, for example, when you work twice as fast and you work 1.5 times longer, you're actually gonna accomplish 3 times as much, or at least 1 time more. So basically like the double. So what you want to do is work a little bit longer and work a little bit faster, because this is how you can change in the long term your output. You're gonna add a little bit, a little bit, a little bit every single day. Whether it's just 30 minutes or an hour, this could be a lot of time if you really work very quickly in that time. So make sure that you come up with new methods all the time to do things. You have to find new and faster methods, methods that are more effective for a certain thing to do. Whether it's in the sense of time, whether it's in the sense of money, whether it's in the sense of, for example, remembering things like information. Come up with new methods to do things, because the bottom line is this. I want you to be a productivity scientist. You want to be like a surgeon. You want to pick apart what this like really is. You want to understand how your working methods are kind of behaving in which environment. You want to have a look at your output, how it's changing if you do this or that. And you also just want to keep track of all the new methods that you're applying onto your own life. So be a productivity scientist, measure yourself, come up with new methods, work faster, and believe me, your output, your productivity is going to be much, much higher.